well. So it was produced by Alpha Omega, and it's done by Victor Hugo Oliveira. It's a really cool sculpt. So you can see basically what it is. You'll have like regular Sentry and then Sentry with the Void. Even though they have his eyes glowing on here, there's no thing for eyes glowing, so that's not like a battery or anything like that. So I kind of looked over this already. We'll kind of go over it. There's some really great things about this kit, and I think this was engineered pretty well. But I got to get this out of the way anyway because I got friends and stuff that are asking me, like, what the hell are you doing? You're doing a Sentry. I disliked this character Sentry. I think he's probably one of the worst characters ever designed. I think he was okay when they did that like 4-issue miniseries when he came out in the early 2000s. But I think what happened is Quesada put Sentry in everything and made him stupidly overpowered. And it's so dumb with the Void and everything. And then Marvel actually put him in the movie. He's just a way overpowered character to be like in movies and stuff. I just dislike the character. Plus, yellow is a really shitty color to paint. But with that being said, I'll still work on Sentry because, you know, I don't mind painting him up. I just would never want to own one in my collection. But like Iron Man, I hate. I just really dislike Iron Man. I think he's one of the worst characters ever, and I really hate working on Iron Man statues. But Sentry, I'll work on. So with that being said, people who know me, they just know I just dislike the character. But it's a really great sculpt, though. And it's engineered amazingly. Sadly, I can't get him into the base because I think either the key over here on his foot is a little bit over primed, or they didn't drill a good hole enough in the key in the base. So I'm gonna have to get that situated. But all in all, it's a really great sculpt. So I just pulled it out of the box. I'm kind of going all over the parts. I kind of want to plan everything out. What I need to do is I need to get down there and I need to like wash it all out. And get it ready for prime. Even though it seems like it's primed by, I guess, Ownage did this. That's kind of my guess. I'm not really sure. Usually it looks like Ownage. It could be another factory. I like to just kind of give it another coat of primer anyway, just to be on the safe side. Just to make sure. Kind of just like looking over everything, just seeing what I need to do. Like I said, I wish I could stand them in the base, but I can't. But looking over this all, I don't need to do any like custom work. I'm not doing any custom work for the client, but when I say custom work, I don't have to like re-engineer the key or reset up the cape or anything. So it's kind of like, this is really one of those very, very rare kits that I've gotten in hand where I can actually just sort of clean it, prime it, and paint it, and then that's pretty much the project. But, of course, we got 4 heads, 3 sets of hands, and then we got all the parts of the base. So kind of looking over here on the base, you have all these parts that kind of attach. So these are like sort of like flames type things. So these kind of go into these base pieces here. They're all magnetized. They click in really well. There's a little like just stuff I gotta clean on them. You know, there's like maybe some like little residues and stuff, but nothing serious. Like I said, whoever did this factory, I think you know, primed it okay, but I still want to make sure things are washed and stuff. I think the base is separated from this piece down there. I don't want to mess with it because I just put all these pieces together. I got to go into the garage and sort of like set all this up and start priming. So this piece right here is separated too. It kind of clicks on. So basically these pieces sort of are, when you put it back in a box, you got to, you know, take it off. And like there's this big chunk here too. This one goes that way, see? So you got that big chunk there. So I guess this is going to be like a yellowish color, I think. I'll have to see what he says. So, you know, it's going to be like a rocky type base with like flames coming up. So I think his powers are yellow. So, you know, I think it's like probably do some kind of like pearlized or metallic yellow or something. We'll see what he says. So we have the head. So this one is the bearded head. Really good sculpt. I really do like the sculpt though. You know, anatomy's pretty good. The pose is good. Heads look great. This one's going to be kind of fun to paint up. I guess that's the Void head. Maybe see if he wants to do anything different. We'll kind of like talk about it when I'm ready to work on it. So this is the regular head. There is a little hair pieces. I got a whole bag here of like all like the hair pieces and all this stuff. So this stuff is going to be a little tricky to figure out how we get all this stuff together. And then this is I guess the sort of turning into the Void grumpy head. I guess, maybe. Like, maybe it's kind of grown, or the eyes are kind of like, maybe like glowing. So this one probably be with like yellow eyes, and then maybe sort of kind of make those little lines like it's kind of like powering up. So I'm guessing that's it. And then so it's not three sets of heads. It's just his left arm has the void one. So this one right here is going to have all those tentacle stuff on it and everything. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to glue all that stuff in, but I can leave this separated, which is kind of cool. Like, so one of the things I realized that this is really, really well engineered, especially for the body. So I already talked to the client. We're going to leave all the parts magnetized, but everything here is magnetized, as you can see. And basically that'll be a little bit easier to paint up, and then we kind of just put it together. So each of the hands are magnetized. The keys are pretty well. The hands pop out. Now, when I first got this, I tried to put them in the base, and what happened was, I just want to be careful, I don't want to... This key, like, you see how like all that gray primer is on there? I guess that's primer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to like sort of sand this off first and see if it goes into there, because it might be too thick. But if it's not, I might have to sort of sand in this key a bit. And then I was like, oh man, don't tell me they just put a rod up here. You know, I was like, oh. So I asked him at first, I was like, do you want me to put a rod up the leg so he doesn't lean? He's like, yeah. He's like, leave everything magnetized, but, you know, do that. But when I went to pull this off, all of a sudden I realized they put the rod all the way up the leg. This is the first time I have seen a kit like this where a character is sort of like floating with a cape, and they actually friggin' listen and they put a rod up the leg. Now, I don't know how far this rod goes, but I'm assuming it's like at least up to here. So this is what engineering should be. That is what got everybody, if you're producing a statue, this is what you should do. Even Sideshow, you know, Pop Culture Shock, any of these other companies, tell your factories to do this, because you always get this problem with the ankle and you get leaning issues. So that is genius. And I was shocked that they actually put it through like that. That's really not a bad idea, you know. So when you put him onto the base and you do that, he supports it. So you really don't even need a magnet in here, you know. So that's really good. Now, the other thing that's really great about this item, let's pop his torso off. So this is going to be kind of cool, though. It's like, I think this is like the very first item that I can actually paint up all the parts and not have to worry about attaching everything together. Now, this is what I always tell people about capes. Whenever you have an item with a cape, it is always best to cut off the cord, you know, like the collarbone and stuff, and put in the cape. Because what happens in the past is everybody was putting in the capes, you know, like they're like kind of going in here and here, and the cape would always bend and break. This is exactly how you do a cape. This is awesome. It's perfect, you know. It is absolutely perfect. Now, the only thing I'm thinking is maybe I'll put a stronger magnet in for him, because I think having it up, see there's a gap over here and it's not coming down. So I think what I'll do is I'll put a nice stronger magnet in there for him. Maybe cut out the magnet in there. So that might be the only thing. So that's a little bit of a downside, but that's not a big deal. I just don't want it like doing that gap on him. So that I'm going to have to fix that. But this is exactly how it should be done. And then when I go to paint this up now, what I can do is I could Dremel a hole here, and I could put one of my long metal rods, and I can have this sitting up now to paint this. And it's perfect. It's a really good sculpt of a cape. It's very lightweight. You know, it's not like super thick and heavy. The heaviness is here. Yeah, this is exactly what should be done, you know, for capes. That is good to know. So I'm going to have to definitely set up a better magnet for him on that. But like even this, you know, what I do is I could Dremel a hole here, put like a piece of rod in there, and I could paint this up in, even though this one here, like there's different Sentries, so I'm going to have to like ask him, does he want the blue belt? Because I think times he's had like gold belts. So we'll see. I don't, as far as color goes, I'm going to have to break it all down. But right now I just kind of want to get it out, look it over, see what I need to do. Let's see. Yeah, that goes in really well. So, and then this boot here, that clicks on really good. So there's a little bit of like bubbling here, which I think might be from the primer. Sort of kind of did a little wet thing, but it's a really great sculpt. I mean, I love the anatomy. Once again, though, I always feel that if your character has an outfit on, you don't see veins like this, because this is some strong veins popping out. But I know a lot of collectors out there love to have their characters with the veins popping out. I get it. Me personally, I feel that the only time you really see whatchamacallit, veins is when, you know, you don't have cloth on you, like a superhero outfit. But that's just my little, I think that's kind of the only pet peeve I have about this whole item, you know? Like, when you see the veins on the hands, that's fine, because he doesn't have gloves on. But if you have gloves on, you're not really going to see them. Other than that, this is really well done. This is a really nice kit. I think it's just a lot of prep work before I start painting. And I think painting it up, though, is going to be a lot easier. So, that's Sentry. Alpha, Omega, and even keying this up from Victor did an amazing job. Really amazing job. I like it. I like this a lot. This is this is the first item ever that I really don't have to do anything. I'll just add the magnet, better magnet on for the client, just so they have a little bit more support for their character, and that's it. So I could probably, you know, set up the magnet, you know, in a day or two, and just start prepping this up. Yeah, so that is the Sentry. If any of you guys have seen this in person, or you own one, let me know in person, you know, what you guys think about it. But this one should be a good paint up. So I'll probably get started on this. Hopefully by the time this video is done, this may be done in a month or so. See how things go. We're getting into that warmer weather too, so that's going to help out really priming these up and getting this all kind of cleaned up, plus also washing it down, because you never, that's also what I tell people, whenever you get these items, you know, and you want to paint it out of the box, don't forget that people who do this, you know, in the factories, they probably have like residue on their hands and stuff, so you want to wash it all down. Yeah, it's a really great sculpt. I like the shoulders. Not bad. Good job. Good job. So this is going to be a fun paint up. So that's pretty much the Sentry. There's not really much more to talk about it other than it's a really great casting, good sculpt, and it should be a lot of fun painting. Alright, so let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back with some more videos.